I didn't think I would get any time to sew last night, and I actually did. And I have made the Collins top and the yo-yo skirt. The Collins top is Friday Pattern Company. The skirt is Style Arc. They are just so quick and easy to make. And I've got to say, I used a black velvet to line the top, and they shifted about. The velvet and the sequin stretch fabric shifted about quite a lot. I couldn't use my what's that foot called that stops all of that movement? Oh, I can't remember the name of it, because I needed a zigzag and it's for straight stitching. But I did do a hack, because when I tried the Collins top on last night, a little bit of the velvet was peeking through across the arm, across the shoulder straps, which I didn't really want. So I thought about it last night, and then I come down with a little idea in my head that worked. So I'm going to insert a little bit of footage to show you how I fixed the problem where the lining was poking through a little bit. Okay, so I have made the Collins top, and it is just so sparkly and gorgeous. What I found is this fabric moves around really easily. You can see I lined it with a velvet because I wanted something soft next to my skin, but what I found when I put it on was the inside was showing ever so slightly on the outside, which is not what we want really. So I'm going to show you a little hack that I did to kind of rectify that. So I turned it inside out, and you can see it has the little shelf bra underneath, and I literally just pulled that back through. So I put my hand up inside, pulled that through, so I'm back to the inside where I did all of the burrito stitching, and then I just grabbed the centre of the lining and make sure you move all of the outer fabric out of the way, and I just stitched a line. It's not perfect, you can see it was shifting around as I was pulling it through the machine, but what that does is it narrows the lining so it pulls the outside fabric a bit further round. And when I pull that back out, it is fiddly, but it's a quick and easy fix. So then I pull that back round, and what we have, she said pull that round, right? Pull that round, and what we have on the inside of the lining, you can see the stitch line that I've just created, but it means all of the bulk of the stitching is on the inside, so I can go back in and cut that back. But what it then gives me is a much nicer finish on the shoulder strap where the lining is pulled underneath so it doesn't show through. And that was how, and actually this bit here doesn't show because when the elastic on the bra shelf pulls that front down, so there's no lining showing on the front or the back, and that's just a quick fix rather than undo all your stitching on stretch fabrics that move around a lot. And let's face it, sequins are not the easiest fabric to sew. I did use a jeans needle, nice and sharp, and I've got to say I had no problems with that stitching through the sequins, but it's just such a nicer finish there, and if you can be bothered to faff about with it, I think it's worth that little bit of effort to get that nice clean outside finish, and I'll show you what it looks like on when I get a chance to try it on. I'm hoping I'm going to get a chance to take some photographs of that. I think they look spectacular together, and that's a really great Christmas party outfit. But actually I want to wear that top with jeans. I want to wear that skirt with a nice snug jumper, chunky boots, and get as much wear so they dress up or dress down. And I'm really excited that that was such a quick and easy win. And I do believe that fabric is still available at Fabric Obsession. So go and have a check out on their website. I think there's lots of colourways. The green looks really lovely, actually. So yes, that's what I made. I finished off my Billy jumper. So the first Billy jumper that I made, I decided to put a hem on because I think it gave it a nice bit of balance, and that's fits lovely. It's nice and comfy. I love my Billy dresses, and I've now got a Billy sweater, and I started to work on the LB pullover. So what I've done, I've put this ribbon on the cuff. It's not an exact match. I'm going to put the CM ribbon on the bottom, and then I'm going to use this ribbon fabric to put a motif on the front. So it's kind of got something a little bit extra, but it's not a contrasting colour, and it's kind of been nice and subdued. And that's what I'm going to do to finish that one off. So that's a little bit of a work in progress. Yeah, I'm really excited that I got all of that done last night. I am going to go into day 9 of the letter kit calendar. Oh, that's a sweet one. And we have With Love label. I do need to put a label on the back of that Collins top because I stand there for forever figuring out which is front, which is back. So that's the labels. We are also on day 5. Where am I going to go next? It's not an Adam Saws day, but every day is a Jazz and Wow day. So let's go Jazz and Wow. And we are on day 9 of the Jazz and Wow. Ooh, this is cute. That's lovely. Look, we've got a gorgeous little boar key ring. You can hang it off your bag or something. That's very sweet. And just look at the colours that Becky gets in these little items and the details. She's doing a fantastic job, isn't she? Well done, Becky. Love that. Thank you. But it is a Swapmas day. I love Swapmas. It's day 5 of Swapmas, and I'm going in. So let's see what we have. Ooh, this is nice. So we have Becky's Sewing Studio little heart buttons. They're a really lovely colour, aren't they? Fabulous. And an array of different types of buttons that are a bit more Sam, I think. These are definitely a bit more Sam. They're all just got a little bit of interest on them that are different. I'm going to pull them out. I'm going to pull them out because I want to... Oh, yeah. I don't know if I'll be able to... Let's give it a try. So we've got some greens and we've got some colour wheels and some lovely little red shell ones that are... These are little... The red one is like a shell with a lovely design on them. And that one. They're very sweet and individual. The green ones are my kind of thing. They're sweet, aren't they? And then the lovely colour wheel ones. They're my buttons. Thank you, Sam. That's That's all I've got time for at the minute. I will try and get a bit of footage today. I'm off to Peckham Rye. So I'm going to Liverpool Street to meet a colleague first. Then we're going to Stratford to meet some young people to take to the launch of the new 10-year government youth strategy. It's a pre-launch event, a first look at the new strategy. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's all embargoed, so we're not allowed to share any of the documents that they send in advance or any of the information this evening because there's a full launch tomorrow. So that's going to take a bit of a journey. I think it's a train, underground, overground. Sounds like I'm going to sing the Womble song there, doesn't it? Yeah, so it's going to be a long day into the early evening. I'll try and get back to you today, but if I don't, I might save this footage and wrap it up with tomorrow's. So let's see how the day goes. Oh, today I am wearing a dress that I made maybe 3 years ago. This is a new look button-down dress. I don't remember the name of it. I may have the pattern piece handy. No, I don't. And I'm not really going to rummage this morning, but you can see it's a lovely button-down dress. It's got a curved hem. I'm wearing it with my woolly tights and my chunky boots. And it's got a waist tie on it and it buttons all the way and has a nice little, it's caught at the wrist with a little band. So that's what I'm wearing today. I've not wore this for such a long time. I thought I'd wear something a little bit older and start getting a bit more rotation in my wardrobe instead of going for the same things. But yabba yabba yabba, catch you later.